every day, and the only difference between me and you is that I'm streaming when I eat for you. So in this live stream, I did something surprising. I mean, if you want to see what I did, go check out the previous YouTube live video, but I'm going to tell you right now. Went to my school's dining hall and I got some food. Wednesdays, I do tend to go to my school's dining hall just because they have chicken tenders, and even though chicken tenders, fries, and cucumbers may not seem like the healthiest meal in the world, I know it's not, but like, in general, my school doesn't have a lot of good food or healthy food to eat, so at least it's something that I will eat. So I have 2 bananas first off. So I like bananas because it's like a good snack, things like that. I will say these bananas are huge, so they did put a lot of hormones in it, which is kind of freaking me out. So when I have bananas this big, I tend to like cut it up, and I just feel better from eating it with like with a fork. So I have 2 of these. And then this is what I have. So I have some cucumbers. I used to be a big salad person. Like anytime I went to my school's dining hall, all I got was salad, salad, salad. However, I don't know, this semester and even last semester, I got sick and tired of salad. And I realized salad turns to sugar in your body. So I just prefer to get these cucumbers. Nice and cold, refreshing. So and I'll literally eat these cucumbers like this. Like by itself. And then I haven't had a grilled cheese from my school in a while. I know I used to get it because I did like it. I think I stopped getting it because, like, I don't like butter. Like, I like butter, but I don't. So, like, when I'm home and I make grilled cheese, nobody wants me to make their grilled cheese sandwich for them when I'm home because, like, I refuse to put butter. If I put butter, I'm putting the least amount of butter just because the taste of it throws me off. Like, I can even smell the butter now. So I think I'm just going to bite into it one time, and I probably won't even, like, eat everything because I know my school, they drench it in butter, but it's yellow American cheese, crispy. I do not like that, guys. It's very buttery. I tasted it as soon as I bit into the sandwich. And the cheese is cold first off. The sandwich is cold. And then the cheese is like very stringy for some reason. I don't know. Mike said if you don't like that bite, then the rest bite. Yes, exactly, Mike. So I'm not even going to eat the rest of this. And then I do have a chicken tender. We're going to taste it with honey mustard. When I get chicken tenders from my school, I tend to get it with honey mustard because guys, is it just me, or like when you eat chicken tenders and honey mustard, does it like transport you to an amusement park? That's how I feel like when I eat honey mustard. And I feel like they do that, especially at amusement parks. When you get chicken tenders, you're eating it with honey mustard because it has no taste in general. So that's how I feel about like eating chicken tenders at my school with honey mustard, because my school chicken tenders has no taste. But Mike said I bit the best part. Yes, Mike, the grilled cheese is cold, so it's not even good. Hey, Marky, how are you doing? Wow. I forgot how tangy, and I think I got regular mustard because that is really tangy. Isn't honey mustard supposed to be like smooth? I mean, the chicken tender is good. It's just surprising. Sometimes the chicken tender is not good. Is it the best chicken tender I've ever had? No. Well, is it good enough for me to eat? Yes. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Hey, Glenn. No, I do like honey mustard with tenders, but I feel like I got regular mustard, and I did that on accident because I don't have any sauces in my room because it was confusing. I couldn't see any names, so I just went according to color. But it's regular mustard. Hey 2.0, hey Heidi. Heidi said, girl, I've been dying to communicate with you. You're extremely funny, Candy. Oh, thank you so much. Heidi, I'm so glad that I get to communicate with you now. I think what my school is doing, guys, I think they're making their own chicken tender. Because freshman year at my school, their chicken tenders used to be really good. But I think they used to get the frozen one, but I think to save money, I guess it's good that they're making it this way now because it's healthier probably, but I think to save money, one, they're either working with a cheaper brand, so it's not as good, or two, they actually like getting their own chicken breast, 4-minute into chicken tenders and frying it. Regular basic french fry, but that's regular mustard. How am I going to help you find your bride, Das? Hey, welcome everyone to the stream. Honey mustard with cucumbers, Mike. This is mustard. You want me to eat cucumbers and mustard? Penelope is it? Eye test? What does that mean, Heidi? I want to be a stay-at-home husband. Okay, Das, if it is your goal, perhaps manifesting your dreams will come true. Hey, Box, how you doing? You were waiting for me to go live, Ramble, and I'm so glad you tuned into this one. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could tune in. Yeah, frozen food is not good for you. I 100% agree with you, Yusuf. I'm doing good, Leica. How are you doing? Mike said, Hey, UW. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. If you are a new viewer here, hi, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I'm a dual degree grad student studying public administration and criminal justice. And today, we're taking a lunch break together. So on this channel, you can expect Eat With Me such as this. I do chat videos, technology videos, fashion videos, travel videos, and I do hope that you like the video and subscribe to the channel because you are welcome on this channel for your uniqueness and your positivity. So I have a cucumber. I went like on a little rant why I have cucumbers opposed to salad. So I have cucumbers rather than salad because literally in prior semesters, anytime I went to the dining hall, all I got was salad. It was salad. I was eating salad so much, I got sick and tired of salad. And then when I actually sat down and thought about it, I'm like, salad turns to sugar in your body. So obviously salad is much healthier than fries and stuff, but like it still turns to sugar in your body. So I realized cucumber, I like cucumbers, I really do. So, and it's much healthier than lettuce in my opinion. So I literally just got like, I filled up a whole compartment full of cucumbers. So like I'm snacking on it. So I'm just biting on the fries. It's not even that good fries, but like cucumbers is like my fries, the way I'm eating it now. At least when I go to the dining hall. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Mike asks, are those fries boneless? What do you mean by that? I've never heard of boneless fries before. I don't think so, Mike. Like I said, yes, tap the like button, y'all, and make sure that you put your post notifications on and subscribe to the channel. I had to pin that so new viewers, new supporters know to like the video, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. How's everyone doing, though? What do you guys plan on eating for lunch? Hey, players. L. Fortitude said, hey, how are you? I'm from New Orleans. New Orleans, Louisiana. Have you ever been? No, I've never been to New Orleans. I will go there one day. I just want to go to New Orleans. I just think maybe like 2 days in New Orleans, maybe 3 days in New Orleans, because I'm going to stay, when I go there, I want to go to the French Quarter. Why? Because I wrote an essay about Marie Laveau. So now I want to go visit like the witches' shops in her house. And then I need to try some beignets. I want to try, what is it? Like a po' boy sandwich. It has like, it's a basic sandwich with like fried shrimp and lettuce, but they said like it originates in New Orleans, so it should taste good. And then yeah, the only reason why I want to go to New Orleans is because when I was younger, I watched like a lot of vampire and witches TV shows, and I really like love those shows, and that's where it was filmed. And then like when I came into college, I wrote an essay about Marie Laveau, and she was like presumed to be a real life witch, so that's really cool. Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Thank you so much for subscribing, Boxtail. I really, really appreciate your support. Welcome to the Uniquely Mia community. You are welcome for your uniqueness. Take a bite, guys. Hey, it's Dylan. How you doing? Hey, bra, how you doing? Shout out from the Philippines. Welcome, Francis. Glad you could tune in. Welcome, Racha. That's funny. Now I look like Dora. Blackheart said, ooh, Dora is here. Where's the map and backpack? Oh, thank you. I do love Dora. My mom said I had an obsession with Dora when I was little. So here's my backpack. is my Dora backpack, guys. And then I guess my map would be on my iPod. Like, I'm a modernized Dora the Explorer. My map is on my iPod and my phone, things like that, guys. But I do love Dora the Explorer, so thank you so much. I have to get some water. I'm thirsty. Stay put, guys. I'm coming. 1 second. That is cold. Very, very cold. Flex your food noise chat. Okay, I'll continue to do it. Hey, Paul, you like my glasses? Thank you. Hey, Ayo. No, this isn't Arby's. It looks like Arby's. I've never been to Arby's. This is dining hall food. I'm a graduate student in America, and I went to my school's dining hall today. Wednesdays, I tend to go. I should really go tomorrow for you because that's when it's like their famous fried chicken Thursday. But like I had to stop going because the food on is not good. It's not good. So Yusuf said they're gonna cook fresh food for me one day. Okay, Yusuf. Hey, Random, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much. Glad you like my necklace. It is custom made. My mom made it for me when I was really little. It's not my favorite. I have a nameplate. I want my nameplate back. It literally has my name on it, but the hook broke. So once I get my nameplate fixed, we'll be changing this necklace. But I'm glad you like it. It's like cucumber seeds. You can't even see it. Hey! Let's see if the designer was true of his word. Does this actually look like cucumber seeds to you? I can see it a little bit. A little bit. It's supposed to be a cucumber seed pattern, so I had to do the thing. But thank you. I don't know how did you see my necklace? That was tucked into my shirt. But thank you. I am reading my chat. I know I'm behind in the chat, but I do try to read all your comments just because I know you're real people and you don't have to write you don't have to leave these comments. So I really appreciate that you are leaving these comments. So I know I'm behind in the chat. That's why. Francis said cucumbers, vinegar, and MSG is heaven. I have to try it one day. Is it like sauce? I think it's like sauce. My mom, when she makes like chicken foot sauce, is so good. She puts cucumbers in it, so it is good. I do know that. Chicken foot sauce is the bomb. It's so good. It's so very good. I'll eat, how much more of the chicken tenders? I'll eat one more. I'll save 2 for later. So that means I ate 3 chicken tenders. I'm going to eat 3 chicken tenders. I just ate 2. Mashed cucumbers and fries is on combination, right? It is, but trying to be a little healthy and we're getting the greens in there. Victor said you're hungry. No, I'm not from Indonesia. I'm from the United States. Here's some food, guys. Take some cucumbers. I got ketchup as my, I mean, what is it? Mustard as my sauce. Name a car for an edit. Wasn't it, somebody, I think that's Kay, was it in a previous live? She said a 300C is a car. So that car is edit. Thank you. Glad you like my glasses. Hey, Raymond. How are you doing today? I'm eating chicken tenders, fries, and cucumbers. Hey, the bros. I'm so glad the YouTube algorithm recommended you to the channel. You are welcome for your uniqueness, all opinion, people, and ideas, as long as we're going to communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. So make sure to like that video and subscribe to the channel. MASH, I'm not studying right now because I'm live streaming with you guys and I'm eating lunch. So I'm on a break right now. CDK said, I was lucky enough to visit New Orleans before Katrina, and it was amazing. One of the few places in America that seems entirely different country. Wow. Okay, cool. And just by knowing, or just by researching the history of New Orleans, I can believe that. Because I guess there was different areas where slave owners dropped off the people they enslaved and stole from their homeland. And New Orleans was a hotspot. So, like, when you're looking at the religion of Vodun, or Vodun is the correct name for voodoo. Voodoo was the name that back in the day people wanted to stigmatize the religion that, like, enslaved individuals created and practiced in New Orleans. So they named it voodoo, but the correct name is Vodun. I wrote an essay about it. That was what my essay was based on, honestly. So, yeah. And that religion was influenced by, like, people from the Caribbean, people from certain countries in Africa. So just from knowing that, like, hey, this religion, Vodun, originated in New Orleans because all these people were together and they created this religion. I can believe, even though I've never been there, I can imagine that it would be, like, its own culture, it seems like. And you guys have a cool accent, I will say, if you're from New Orleans. At least what I've seen, like, on TikTok. Like, when I hear people speak who's from New Orleans on TikTok, not all of them, and in movies, some of you guys, you have really cool accents, in my opinion. So, very, very cool. Thank you, Samulus. Glad you like my eyes. Excuse me. What are you guys saying? Welcome. I'm Marie. Glad you could tune in. Hey, Mike. Mike said, hey, beautiful, where you from? Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm from the United States. Ciao, Francisca from YouTube. From Italy. Glad you could tune in. Superhuman said, what you eating? Right now I'm eating a cucumber. Hey, Juan. Yes, my descendants are from Africa, and I am African. What class we had together? Omega X? Omega Max? Hey, Flipwad, how you doing? Glad you could tune into this stream. Hey, Derek. Who's my favorite artist? I don't know. I mean, it's really hard for me to choose a favorite one. I could give you artists that I listen to. I listen to Lana Del Rey, listen to Beyonce, Harry Styles, Charlie Puth, Sam Smith, a lot of different artists. Hey, Shot, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hey, Death Spider. I'm from the United States. Is that fried chicken yet? Oh, the fried chicken is okay. It's not the best fried chicken I've had, XX, but it's not the worst, so I am eating it. Football or soccer? I mean, I've always wanted to play soccer for some reason, but yeah. I mean, I've seen football. My nephew plays football, I think, so. Shout out to Kristen. Glad you could tune in. How are you doing? Welcome, Bloody Fighters. Welcome from Saudi Arabia. How are you doing? Hey, Elvis Presley, what are you doing in the chat? What's my favorite meal? My favorite meal is my mom. She makes, I have a lot. It's so hard to choose one. You want me to choose one? I can't. If I have to choose one favorite meal, oh my gosh, that's so hard. I would say it's homemade roti that my mom's gonna make, or roti. Homemade roti, and maybe pumpkin. I don't know. I just like pumpkin and, oh, she put some shrimp in there. It's gonna be so good. Yeah, I feel like homemade roti, and the roti has to be homemade. And my mom, she's gonna saute it up with some pumpkin, add some shrimp in there. It's gonna be so good. That would be so, so, so good. So, and I feel like I could eat that every day. I could. As long as the pumpkin's not too watery, I could eat it. So yeah, I feel like I would say that's my favorite meal. And mine's just the only way I like pumpkin. If my mom tries to cook pumpkin and white rice, I don't want it. It's not the same. So, the only way... And I'm not talking about pumpkin that you go and get on Halloween if you're from the United States, guys. It's a specific type of pumpkin. And I'm only eating it if my mom makes it a roti. I feel like because pumpkin is like... If you've ever had it, or if you've never had it, the way to describe it's kind of like baby food. It's very mashy and sticky. It like mashes up. So when I eat it with rice, it's like too many different textures. But like when I eat it with roti, it's like the same exact texture that you're eating. So I feel like that's why I like it like that. Hey Kalafi, how are you doing? Glad you could tune in today. Excuse me. So my external charger is dying. Is this thing dead? This charger is dead. I'm gonna have to respond to these comments quickly because I have 16% and my external charger is dying. So yeah, we're gonna have to respond to this. This won't be a long stream. Let me see if I can respond faster. Hey RH, how you doing? I was eating. I'm finished now. I'm gonna save the rest for later if I want it. I have 2 chicken tenders left. I'm not gonna eat all these fries. I have some cucumbers and half of a grilled cheese. I'm gonna throw this grilled cheese. I really don't like the grilled cheese. Welcome Mustafa. How are you doing today? My mom's South American, son. Say my name for $50. Hey Mustafa, how are you doing? You like sauce too, Faith? Okay, cool. What's your favorite sauce to eat with like your food? Still studying for the LSAT? Yes, I am, MV. Hey, welcome, T-Man. Cucumbers are fire. Okay, nice. What are you saying? Okay, these are a lot of questions. Hey, John. I'm skipping over the stuff if it's like I already respond to it or if people are saying the same stuff. Hey, Derek, you're from China. Okay, welcome from China. Very cool. Faith is from okay, you're Indonesian, Faith. Okay, cool. Glad you're doing good, Raymond. Anya said, these eyes, the face, this light, be you human or angel with how much care must one made have. Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. Hey, William. You gotta go? Okay, have a good day. Thank you so much for tuning into the live. Spell looks like fish. What are you saying? Hey, someone. You have to study too, but you're too lazy. Set a timer. Maybe set a timer for 30 minutes and study. And then study when you're most productive. Because like me, I'm most productive in the morning. That's why I tend to wake up early. Like throughout the day as a grad student, I have had to like, and I think I've gotten better at doing work in the evening just because I had to build that skill as a grad student, especially this semester with how many graduate classes I took or am taking. I'm taking 5. Well, in total, I took 5. One of them was a 7-week class, so they ended. But now I'm in 4, so that's a lot for a grad student. So because of that, I've had to work like into the evening sometimes. So it's definitely a skill that you have to work on and acquire. And the way you do that, set a time. If you're not motivated to study, you don't have to study for 2 hours straight or an hour straight, guys. That's not how you retain information all the time. Maybe set a timer for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, study. Take a little break and then come back to it, and then find that like if you're most productive at 11 p.m. in the night, study at 11 p.m. in the night. If you're most productive at 5 a.m. in the morning, study at 5 a.m. in the morning, as long as you can get your work done. Cucumbers look dry. It wasn't dry. Hey Timeless, glad you could tune in. Hey Taylor, how you doing? Hey Sebastian. Hey Win, glad you could tune in. Hey Rootless, glad you're new here. Welcome Stefan. Hey Jacob. Okay. I knew that was chicken, AD said. Hey Regan, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Skiddity Toil, and liking the video. I appreciate you. You are welcome on the channel for your uniqueness. Remember, you can expect to see travel videos from me, Eat With Me, technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student. As long as we're going to communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way, you are welcome on the channel, guys. So welcome. Thank you so much for your support. Does this have charge? Okay, this has charge because my phone, I'm not getting to the bottom of these comments and my phone's about to die. Let me plug this in. I found another charger, guys. External chargers are your best friend, trust me. Hey, yo, this stuff's not going in. Why isn't this going in? This is so weird. What? That is so weird. What type of charger is this? This was going in when I was home, and now that I'm here at school, it's not going in? What good is this charger to me then? This charger is no good to me. Yes, it only works with certain plugs. That's so very, very weird. That's so weird. Oh man, I gotta stand up and respond to these. Okay, guys, let me stand up and respond to these really quickly because my charger, so weird, wasn't charging. But welcome to the stream. If you are a new person here, Unique Lamia, dual degree grad student studying public administration, criminal justice. You are welcome for your uniqueness, all opinion, people, and ideas, as long as we're going to communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. You can expect to see live streams such as this, Eat With Me technology videos, travel videos, and so much more. So later on this evening, I have to go to the gym. I probably won't live stream it just because I'm going with a former classmate, so don't want to show you guys random person on the camera. And then luckily I think my staff meeting might be canceled, so that's gonna be good. And then obviously before then I'm still gonna be doing some schoolwork. I think I have an essay to edit, have some GRE work to do. That's basically it. I do like Wednesdays. Wednesdays is my writing days, and I like to write. Writing, like, even though writing is important, and some people stress over writing, I don't really stress over writing because I tend to start my writing early, so it's like a chill day when I have to start writing. Semester is coming to an end. I just want, like, the semester to come and finish. Like, I know people are like, my professor, we were in class yesterday, and people are like, okay, so we have the papers due this week. I mean, he's like, the papers due next week. He extended the deadline until, like, the 20th. And then he was like, after that, we only have, like, one more class, and then we have exam review. And people are like, exams? Like, they were kind of, they're not ready for the exams. And I'm like, you know what? Just bring the exam to me. Because as soon as I take that final exam, I'm done. And, like, I'm finished. I mean, I already know I'm going to pass the class. Fingers crossed. But, like, I just want to take the exams and be finished with it. So, we have, like, 2 to 3 weeks left of official schoolwork. And then if I have 2 to 3 left of official schoolwork, that means I have like 3 to 4 until I go home because I'm an RA and I have to stay on campus a little longer. But we're getting there, guys. It's going to be so great when I go home. Okay, but anyway, outside of that, hey Princess, hey Darius, hey XXX, hey Skiddity Toilet. Chicken was dry. Good morning. Oh yeah, it is afternoon for me. What's your name? We do it for Bad Baby. Okay, so you're showing your support. Hey, Soul Reaper. This is a pre-recorded stream. Y'all know it's not. Wow, I am behind. Oh, wait, no. I thought you were talking about my necklace. Wait, is that... Wait, it's not neck bones? What? Are you talking about my necklace? Welcome, Scooty Toilet. Hey, Bolo. How are you doing today? Can we see... Can you say what is my profile pic? No, I can't see it. What did I say? Hey, Zala. How are you doing? Thank you. So, thank you. Glad you like my glasses, the dude. I like them as well. You love them. You don't even like them. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking the video, Skilly Toilet. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for subscribing and liking the video. You are welcome on the channel for your uniqueness. So I do hope that you guys enjoy the content that you're going to see from me. Manmuth said I'm eating raw blueberries, carrots, broccoli, and wine. It sounds like you're eating a good meal. I mean, excluding the wine probably, because, I mean, but like my mom said, everything is good in moderation. So as long as you're not overdoing it, you are 100% good, Manmuth. And I mean, like, I feel like blueberries is a fruit, so if you're eating raw blueberries, you're okay. I mean, you could cook blueberries. I don't like blueberries personally. I've had it one time in my life, I think, when I was younger, and I didn't like it for some reason. Carrots, I really, like, I could eat carrots, but it's not my favorite. I'm not gonna eat carrots, like, in a snack. Like, you saw how I was eating cucumbers? I can't eat carrots like that. I can't do it. And then broccoli, I do like broccoli. I do like some broccoli. Broccoli's good. Hey, Edwin, how are you doing? Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Princess. I'm eating with my family. Oh, that's so nice. What are you guys eating? Can you please eat a fry? I've never had one. I ate one. You've never had a French fry, but I can understand it depending on what your what culture you're in. I can understand if you've never had a fry. If you do come to America one day, I do recommend eating. I feel like the best fries, in my opinion. In no particular order, the best like top 5 fast food chains where you get fries: Zaxby's, Zaxby's, Popeyes. I love me some Popeye fries. McDonald's, they do make some good fries at McDonald's. Is that it? I was gonna do top 5, but I think I don't have top 5. That's so weird. Yeah, Chick-fil-A, I don't really like Chick-fil-A fries. So yeah, I can only do like a top 3. So Zaxby's, McDonald's, and Popeyes, in my opinion, they have really, really good French fries. Because Zaxby's and Popeyes, their fries are nice and seasoned, and it's crispy. Even if like you get their fries soggy, I still like it because it's seasoned. And the McDonald's, like, salt isn't good for you, but like when they put that salt in those fries at McDonald's, it's really good. And then especially if you get it hot, McDonald's makes some good fries, guys. But yeah, chicken, pizza, hamburger, noodles, and rice. Wow, that is you do have a lot of options with your meals. So that's good. Sorry guys, I got a notification about something. Hey, Rootless from Ghana, glad you could tune in. Welcome from Indonesia. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Not toxic. Hey Maggie, how are you doing? Hey Kem. Love the emojis. Hey, Lewis. Lewis said, hey, I'm Alaskan. Wow, okay, cool. I'm a Christian Indian in India, but you were Alaskan. And I love India. So you're not Alaskan. Okay. But welcome, welcome, Lewis. Glad you could be here today. How you doing? Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Alessandre from France, I'm assuming. Because you said bonsoir or bonjour. Welcome. You love the emojis that you guys have. Right now I'm chatting with you guys. Love the emojis. You guys have some awesome emojis. Hey, Aiden. Thank you so much for subscribing, Pro. Thank you so much for subscribing, Rootless. Hey, the big bad wolf. Hey, Lester. Why are you apologizing, Jeremy? Hey, me and my friend watch you a lot, and 3 days ago was his birthday. I was wondering if you could shout out happy birthday. Happy birthday to Ambotacom. I believe that's your name. Hopefully you have an amazing day on your birthday. Your friend requested a shout out for your birthday. Remember, eat a lot of cake. If dessert's not your forte, eat your favorite meal because we all gotta eat. Hey, Lestat. No, that's not Lestat. It might be, I don't know. Watch Interview with a Vampire if you haven't already. Lestat. The argument is just so funny. I always say that saying every time I mention Lestat Day, but like it's just so funny. It got embedded into my head because like when you know like when you have a disagreement with somebody and they just say the same thing over and over and over again, and like you just want to start yelling at them. Not yelling at them, but you just want to like just start screaming randomly to see what's gonna happen. If you haven't seen Interview with a Vampire, watch it. And like it's in season 2, the argument, but the argument is like the two people are arguing and like they're arguing about something completely random, but then the guy, he brings up, well, all this is related back to Lestat, and then the guy he was arguing with, he just walks up to him, he's like, it's always Lestat. It is so funny. It's so funny. You guys gotta watch Interview with a Vampire season 2. That argument where they have, it's just funny. Interview with a Vampire in general was really good. I mean, some of the characters are annoying. I had to skip over some scenes because they were doing too much, but like, it's a good show. I do like it. What are you guys saying? Hey from Russia. Thank you, Pro Sweaty, for liking, subscribing to the channel. No need to apologize. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna get to you, so you don't need to like retype the same messages. I know I'm behind a little. Hey Russell, welcome from Ghana. Hey Christian. Hey Faith. No, thank you, Jeremy Games, for subscribing. Hey Joel. Hey Abrian, how are you doing? Would you join the military? I never exclude anything. Never exclude anything. Never say no, because you don't know what's gonna happen in your lifetime. I mean, if you can't get a job, I mean, the military is always a guaranteed job, right? So I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say yes. Is it on like the top of my list of jobs and places of employment to apply to? No, it's not. But I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna work for the military. I'm never gonna say I am gonna work for the military. I have no idea. Welcome from Greece. How are you doing? Hey, welcome, kid of 7 years old. Glad you could tune in. Spell run, RUN. What are you guys saying? Hey, Emerson, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome from Africa, Beast by Truth. Oh, thank you so much for your kind words, Faith. This channel is growing nicely. Yes, it is so awesome, Anand. The channel is growing. That just means more uniquely Mia people, not uniquely Mia people, but like uniquely Mia supporters and people who want to be unique. People who want to have like a safe space on social media where we could communicate with each other in a kind and respectful way is coming to the channel. So people who want to like see what life is like from the perspective of an American student studying for 2 master's degrees, where I just share my opinion. Sometimes I'll share some stuff that I'm paying a lot of money for in my studies for you guys to like get that content via the education videos. You're gaining cross-cultural experiences by watching my travel videos, to see me in South America, to see me in Trinidad, to see me in New York, to see me in Las Vegas, all these places that I'm going. You're like getting travel content for you guys to one day go to those places, guys. When I show you these places where I'm going to, it's not to say I'm showing it to you so you guys never have to go there. Don't do that. I remember when I posted a Kite Falls video. Go watch the video if you haven't already. Kite Falls, I visited it last summer, the world's largest single drop waterfall in the entire world. So go watch that video. I posted that video, and I saw in the comment section, somebody said, thank you so much for making the video. Like, now I don't have to go there anymore. First off, I was so happy because like they wrote a comment, they took time out of their day to write that comment, so that was great. And like in the comment, I responded like, hey, my pleasure making the video for you. But this isn't a replacement for seeing the real thing. Like, if you have the opportunity to go to the places where you're seeing in my videos, guys, still go, because it's a completely different experience. But until you get there, when I make these travel videos, or when I make these education videos for you guys, or these technology videos for you guys, it's just videos to help you and show you guys either skills that I've acquired, or show you guys, provide you with tips, or just show you what culture is like in a different place. So yeah, do consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and it's just so awesome that the channel is continuing to grow. And remember, guys, this is a safe space. As long as we're going to communicate with each other in a kind and respectful way, you are welcome on the channel. As I always say, yeah, so welcome. Have a good day as well, Z. Hey, Fleet, how are you doing? What are you guys saying? Jeremy said keep posting and keep believing in yourself, because I believe in you. Never give up. You're a star shining bright. Never let anyone stop you shine. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your kind words, Jeremy. I believe in you as well, Jeremy. No matter what you want to do, just know Uniquely Mia believes in you too. And this applies to everyone. I mean, like all 2,000 plus of my supporters. Uniquely Mia believes in you. I'm no replacement for real humans in your life. Like, I'm a real human, but like I'm no replacement for like people who you actually see in person and they see you in person. Don't ever think I'm a replacement for that, because I'm not. But just know, like, if a real person who you actually know, who they know what you look like and what you sound like in your life, doesn't believe in you and support you, just know Uniquely Mia believes in you and support you. Unless you commit a heinous crime, do not commit a heinous crime. I don't think any of you guys are ever going to commit heinous crimes, but do not ever commit a heinous crime. You will get caught, and it's just terrible. But on the odd chance that you do, I do not believe in you in that circumstances. But that's not going to happen on this channel, right? It's not going to happen. So I believe in you guys. So yeah, stay positive. What are you guys saying? I've never had Five Guys fries before. I have to try it. But like, if I go to Five Guys, it would just be only for the fries, because I don't eat beef, and that's like all they have. What'll be my last meal? Maybe like, I don't know. My last meal is so hard. I like a lot of stuff. Like, I really said I could eat like roti and like pumpkin every day, but like on my birthdays when I was younger, my mom, like, I'm not a party person. Like, when I say I'm not a party person, one, I don't really like going to parties. But like, I don't like people having parties for me. So like, when I was younger, my mom, she never had parties for me. So what we did was, she just used to take the day when I was younger, and she used to cook like all my favorite meals. And I remember she always used to make like macaroni pie. She used to make corn for me, and she used to make like chicken. She always had to throw spinach in there. She used to make it on Thanksgiving too, but with turkey. So I feel like those are like my favorite meals. It's still my favorite meal, but like now I just have to add other stuff in, like maybe like some roti, give me some pumpkin, give me some bora. I want like my mama, she makes the best fried chicken. When I was younger, she never made fried chicken for me. And now when I'm older, she's making fried chicken. I'm like, this is so good. It is a lot of work to make fried chicken though when my mom makes it, but it's so good when she makes fried chicken. Like, it's gone. Like, I be eating parts of the chicken I don't even like. Like, if I'm going to Popeyes, I'm only eating the wings of the chicken. When my mom make fried chicken, I'm eating the leg. I'm eating the back, the thigh of the chicken. I don't care. That chicken is good. So my mom's fried chicken would definitely have to be on that meal for one of my last meals that I would eat. But I really don't know. There's too much stuff that, like, I like. It would all have to be homemade, though, because my mom, she makes, I really like my mom's food compared to outside food. Unless if, the only things I don't like that my mom makes, and it's not to say I don't like it because it tastes nasty. All her food is good. Even when I don't like her food, it still tastes good. But, like, in terms of I don't like it because I just don't like that type of food, dal. I can't do dal. I don't like dal, but she always finds a way to make it sometimes. But I don't like dal. If she makes it, I'm only eating it that one time. If there's leftovers, I'm avoiding it. Spinach. Please don't make me spinach. Like, it's good because my mom could cook, but, like, I just don't like that type of food. Can't eat spinach. Pop choy. Like, okay, if she makes pop choy a little bit like green rice, that's what I call it. It's like rice. It turns green because she puts, like, okra in there, pop choy. Sometimes I even think she puts spinach. That's the only way I'll eat spinach, too. But, like, if she's making pop choy separately, I can't eat it. I just can't because it's like I'm eating a plant. It looks like a plant. So those are like saltfish too. I only like when my mom makes saltfish if she's making metem, and that's like when she boils the saltfish and she boils it with like sweet plantains, green plantains, cassava, yams, things like that. But I like saltfish and metem. If she's gonna fry up saltfish, I can't do it. Like, if she's just gonna fry it regular, I don't like it. I don't like it. I only like ackee and saltfish, and I only like metem saltfish or saltfish and eggs. Outside of that, I can't do it. And those are, like, the only meals or the only type of food that my mom could ever cook that, like, I'll eat it, but, like, I'm not gonna be happy eating it. Not because it tastes good, guys, just because I don't like those type of food. So, yeah. Bungalows has the best fries. You guys said never heard of. I have to try it. What are you guys saying? I'm from the United States. I'm from New York. Where are you guys from? What are you guys saying? Yes, I believe in God. Hey, Matt. Thank you, God. You like my glasses. Thank you for being here. Okay, what are you guys saying? Hey, Ebony. Okay, you guys are saying a lot of the same stuff, so I'm just gonna go to the bottom now. I'm still in the back of the comments, I think. Wait, what did Logan say? Logan said that's what the Travel Channel was all about. National Geographic and Discovery Channel. Okay, cool. I'm from the United States, Nature. Hey, Matt. Logan said that's definitely something people shouldn't do. I'm from the United States, guys. I don't see your hat, so I can't say if I like it or not. Danielle said, Rico said he, okay, I don't know what they said. Thank you so much. What's your name? Sharat, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you're loving the stream. I love that you're here on the stream. I do hope that you enjoy. Yeah, you are enjoying the content. Is it a pleasure meeting you on stream? So welcome from California, Logan. Hey, Casey, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Nice eyes from Louisiana. Welcome from Louisiana. Thank you so much. I like my eyes as well. Thank you. Hey, Shaban, how are you doing? You from Guyana? No, I'm not from Guyana. Ethnically, I'm from Guyana, but I'm from the United States. If you're confused, guys, I'm from the United States. Like, I'm an American. Somebody asked me, I'm an American. I was born in the US of A. I'm an American. But ethnically is different. And when I speak ethnically, I'm speaking about where my ancestors are from, that I know where my ancestors are from, and where my blood is from. Okay, if you look at it that way. It is so weird. People don't understand that. It's like my mom, she went to the doctor, and, like, the doctor was talking to her, and the doctor was like, well, it has been shown in studies that this is good for African American individuals. And my mom's like, I'm not African American, I'm South American. He didn't get it because it's different. Like, the blood is different. Okay, guys? And that shows the importance of research in America, and it's not say it's America's fault. I do understand because obviously if you're an American country, most research participants are going to be probably African American in their blood, but that just shows why other countries need to get developed. Like Guyana, the government of Guyana is watching this. You can hire me. I mean, like, hire me, pay me well, but hire me, and like we'll develop the country good. So like you could conduct those research studies on your people. So like when Americans and other people go to your doctors, then your doctor could use the same thing. And the doctors in Guyana could be like to the non-Guyanese people, well, it has been shown in like studies that this medicine is good for South Americans. And see if they say, well, I'm not South American. I'm an American. It's just different. It's just different, but the blood is different. So yeah, I had to answer Haley's question, but no. Yeah, that just shows the importance of having diversity in research. Because if you don't know, there's something known as the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. That was like a little education moment for you. That was the core. That was like the most unethical type of research that can ever be conducted in American history to date. It's up there with the Stanford prison experiment, but like that, when you think about the most unethical research experiments that has happened in America's history, that was funded by U.S. money. We think about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, and this is why ethical principles and the Belmont report emerged in like psychological research and just research with humans. Because what happened in the Tuskegee syphilis experiment? Okay, before we even get into what happened in Tuskegee syphilis study. So when we look at the American government, I think my professor showed us the DOGE website yesterday in class. So the DOGE website is basically the Department of, what is it? Global efficiency or economic efficiency. It's a new department, new governmental department that was created by a new administration. So the purpose of that department is basically, according to what is promoted to be, the purpose of that DOGE department is to essentially be as transparent with the American people about what's happening in the United States government, right? So the professor showed us on the DOGE website, they said federal employees there's about 2 million federal employees, right? But that's wrong. Yeah, okay, so when I say that's wrong, officially, when we're looking at federal government, federal employees, there's 2 million. But that's wrong because in the United States at the federal level, we outsource a lot of our services. So when I say we outsource a lot of our services, we're paying private corporations to do the job that federal employees should do. But we're outsourcing a lot of our stuff. We're paying these private corporations, private entities to pursue research or to build a highway, things that we would expect federal government individuals to work, especially if we're paying with federal government money to do that. But they have to outsource stuff because there's just too much stuff that the United States wants to pursue, and there's not enough federal employees to pursue that, okay? So I have to give you that background. So when we're looking at the Tuskegee syphilis study, what happened was outsourcing. So federal money, U.S. federal taxpayer dollars, was spent and it was outsourced to a private organization of researchers. And I think it was in Alabama, some southern state. That's where it happened. Wait, Tuskegee, right? Yeah, it happened in Tuskegee, wherever Tuskegee is. I don't know where is it. But it happened in the United States. The federal government paid these group of researchers to do an experiment because that's when syphilis was prominent. So they wanted to find a cure for syphilis, right? So, but what happened was, all the participants were African American. All the participants in Tuskegee syphilis study were Black, right? Let's say, I'm not sure. I did research. Like I know the broadness of it based on memory, but I don't know how many years. So let's say a Tuskegee syphilis study. Let's say an estimate. It was happening for like 20 years. That could be wrong, but it was happening for a long period of time. Let's say 20 years. And at year 10. The researchers found a cure for syphilis. They found the cure from the research participants that they were experimenting on, and all the research participants were African American individuals, right? At year 10, when they found the cure, they didn't notify the African American participants that they found the cure. They were still conducting experiments on them. They took the cure that they found. They distributed the cure to white individuals, Asian individuals, other African Americans who had syphilis, but they were still conducting this unethical research study on these African Americans. And what happened was these men, they had kids. Their kids had syphilis. I mean, you need a wife to have a kid, or at least you need a woman to have a kid. The woman got syphilis. So like the result of that study, because of like the unethical nature of it, 2 to 3 generations of individuals got syphilis. Some of the research participants died because the cure wasn't given to them. So that is like, when you look at the most unethical type of research study that can happen in America's history, that's why you get to the Tuskegee syphilis study, because people died from it. And the emergence of that, the resulting effects of that study, was introducing the Belmont Report, and the Belmont Report essentially notes the importance of informed consent. This means that, like, so I'm working on a research project now, right, with one of my professors. So our study has very minimal risk. So it's a survey that we're asking individuals to complete online. So the most risk that the person is going to have in a survey is just like from reading and potentially answering the questions. But in studies like that, we, especially with the Tuskegee syphilis studies where like we're using human research participants, we have to give them informed consent. This is essentially knowing you can withdraw at any time. If a cure is found, then you can get the cure and the study can end. How are you going to be compensated? Things like that. In the Tuskegee syphilis study, none of that existed. So I think I know I went on a little rant. Hopefully you learned something from it. But I think I was responding to that comment of somebody, of me saying that this is why countries, it's important to conduct like your own research, and relating it back to that doctor experience when my mom went to the doctor in America, and the doctor's like, well, based on studies of African American individuals, this has been found to work. But even though my mom is African American because she's a citizen of American, her blood is South American. And the blood is different than just a title, if that makes sense. So just had to like give you guys a little bit of that. So hopefully you learned something. And there's also the Stanford prison experiment. If you guys want me to make a separate video on the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, I can do that. I mean, yeah, I just have to go back in my psychology notes from undergrad. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hey, Kill Bill. Let's see. What's your life about? Well, that life was just about me telling you guys about like some unethical research that happens in America's history. So guys, the more of the story is, if you want to make money in America, if you're not a Nepo baby, if you don't build a tech company, or you don't want to go to school for a long period of time, get a lot of degrees to one day get a good job in the federal government or even in the state government, create a company. Create a company, a private company that you're going to have, that has services that the U.S. government will want, and the U.S. government is going to outsource to you, and you're going to make a lot of money from that. I think my professor, I don't know how true it is, but my professor, he said that's how Microsoft made his money. That's what he said. Microsoft received a lot of contracts from the government, and he made money. You know how much debt the American government owes? The American government owes debt to itself. Can you believe that? To the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is the American government. Like trillions of dollars. I was gonna say like 1 point something trillion. There was a website. I have to figure it out, find it again. But trillion of dollars. Can you even imagine trillion of dollars? Trillions. So I'll make a private company. I mean, I would do it, but I have to draft some ideas, guys. You want to come together, make our own board of directors, create our own private company, and we can outsource. Let me know. Welcome, Amir. I'm not Oprah. Wish I had her net worth, or maybe like even an internship for her. Thank you. Glad you love my hairstyle. Hey, welcome from Florida. Tay with a short school day. Okay, that's nice. Thank you so much, YouTube Social, for your kind words. Hey, David. Hey, Monty. Hey, Stevenson. Have you, I have listened to Blackpink, but I don't know their song name. They had that song going around by Blackpink that was really famous. I can't even sing it now, but if I hear it, I would know what I'm talking about, this song. Thank you so much for your kind words, King Christian. XX. Oh my god, what are you guys saying? Let's see. You would love to have me in your house. I mean, I don't want to go to your house. I'm good. I mean, if you start streaming and you stream in your house, if you create a YouTube channel, I'll be your first subscriber, 100%. If you guys want to know, like, if you guys want to start getting into streaming but you're not sure how to approach it, go watch my YouTube video because I provide you with some tips on how to start streaming. I think what people find difficult streaming, one, they're nervous to stream in public. I will say in the past I have been nervous. Sometimes I still get nervous to stream in public, but for the most part now I really do not care. I'll just stream anywhere. But like, I give you some tips in that video how to stream in public, and then I think what also stops people is kind of like not having anything to speak about, if that makes sense. So watch that video and it'll provide you with some tips. Thank you, Fate. You're cool as well. Thank you so much for your kind words. Good afternoon, Russell Forbes. How you doing? That wasn't another victim story. That was another historically factual story. I mean, you can categorize it as a victim story, but now victims are people who was abused and treated unfairly, where they had either no knowledge on how to get out of that situation or was just put in a situation. So it's important to know history, guys. Hey, Violet. Leg Shot said that's why they contract out stuff like that so that the government isn't liable for what happens. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, based like in the past 100%, but since that study, like after the Tuskegee syphilis study and other things like that, there are like strict laws now in place to protect against like unethical research, things like that. So there are laws. So when I'm saying the Belmont Report, that's like one law, monumental law, and that's international. That applies to international research, and that's really rare, because 9 times out of 10 when laws are passed, especially, you probably only know about the laws in your country, but when we're looking at the Belmont Report, that applies to international. So that means, obviously, a country could do whatever they want to do, but like generally, if you go to, like Western developed countries and you're conducting research, you're going to have to follow the Belmont Report standard. So that Belmont Report standard essentially has the principle of justice, benevolence, informed consent is in there. I forgot the other two. Respect, I think, did I say respect for person? I forgot the rest, but I think there's like 5 different principles. What I do remember, informed consent is basically saying, okay, you're informing this participant about the potential risks that they can encounter when they're going through this study, and that they can withdraw at any time and they won't be reprimanded or face any like negative consequences. Justice is saying that we're going to treat participants equally, and in the Tuskegee syphilis study, remember I said it was all African Americans, since syphilis affects white individuals, black individuals, Asian individuals, Hispanic individuals, Indian individuals, participants should have been representative of all the demographics that it affected. So when we're looking at the principle of justice, it's saying, okay, if I'm conducting research or if I'm testing a drug to cure cancer, and cancer can affect almost all individuals regardless of what your race is, then I should have at least one black person, one white person, one Spanish person, one Chinese person, one Indian person, and etc. in that experiment. Because it's unethical to test a drug on one race of people if that drug is then going to be applied to all races of people. So that's what I'm saying. And then, what's benevolence? I forgot what benevolence is. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I know there's a B one. And then obviously benefits, like what's the benefits, what's my compensation for this? Sometimes you'll get compensation, sometimes you won't. So it just depends on like what you're doing. But 9 times out of 10, the government doesn't really outsource because they don't want to face liability, like civil liability or whatever, or like lawsuits, because generally when governments, because think about it this way, when we outsource, because that's what I'm saying, when we look at the Doge website and it's saying in the federal government there's only 2 million employees, that's true, but it's not. It's true in terms of saying, okay, if you're looking at what actually categorizes a federal employee, like the people who are getting paid at the federal level, who's getting federal benefits, that's true. That's true. But since the government outsources and works with a lot of private contractors, we can then categorize those private companies and those private employees who are getting paid from that federal grant or that federal money as federal employees in a way. I say in a way because they're not federal employees, but they are, since they're getting paid from federal money, if that makes sense. So generally, going back to Legshaw's comment, we're saying they want to contract out stuff like that so the government isn't liable for what happens. The government it depends. You need a really good attorney. I'm not an attorney, but like in my head, to make it make sense, you would need a really good attorney to also be able to sue the government, because if something happened that was unethical or violated the contract with government money, you can still potentially sue the government because you got government money. Obviously, more research will have to be conducted on that. I'm not an expert, but like based on my head, it makes sense to say that based on what I know, but I'm not 100% sure. Hey, William. Hey, Pikachu. Hey, Jill. What do you guys say? Hey, Rudy. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing, Rudy. What are you saying? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, glad it makes sense to you, Logan. What are you guys saying? American is really good. What do you guys say? Move on. Welcome, Jimbo. Yes, 21 trillion. Okay, so you looked into it. So according to YouTube Social, the US government, we owe about $20 trillion in debt. 20 trillion in debt. So, and the numbers constantly increase, and every single day that number is going up. And who do we owe that money to? Some of it's to the Federal Reserve, which is the United States in itself. My professor said some of that money, they owe us some of that money, US citizens, especially if you pay taxes. They owe you some of that money. Other countries, they owe the money to. So it's just a lot of different people. And then in periods of recessions, that's why you don't want a recession, because when there's a government recession, stuff costs more, and the government has to like take more loans. So then that debt is just going up. So yeah. Hey, Russell, uniquely me, a criminal justice is a creator. You want that to be my new username, Russell. Jimbo said, how about make a company that has value in the free market? What is the free market? I hear that a lot. I don't know what the free market is. I have to do more research and to figure out what the free market is. Is that like an international market, like online commerce business like that? Chat said, what do you think about Gerard Farts Company? What's that? I don't know who Gerard Farts is. Thank you so much for the roses, Brahim. You every come to Guyana? Yes, I do go to Guyana, Sherwin. If you want to see some of my Guyana videos, go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch my Guyana videos. YouTube Social said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you so much. And no, I 100% agree with that. That's a quote you came up with. YouTube Social, that's really, really good. That's really good. Because you know what? And when I think about it sometimes, my mindset of thinking, every generation has their time to shine and make their difference in society. And I just say that because sometimes I'll be like, I don't say I rant about stuff, but like I feel like you guys write really good comments, and then that comment just allows me to connect it back to my schoolwork. And sometimes when I do connect it back to my schoolwork, trust me, it's helping me, because I'll go and then use that information. Like on my discussion posts, on my study guides. That helps me just like reinforce what I'm learning. But what I do think sometimes when I like go on topics of discussion like this, or rants such as this, sometimes people in the chat is gonna tell me, oh, you're really young and it shows. You're really young and it shows. They'll be like, oh, you're still in school. All that's true. And I'm claiming that energy. But I feel like when I see those comments in the chat, when people type that, they're trying to type it and make it seem like a negative. There's nothing negative about that in a way, because we all have our own unique perspective about stuff, and each generation has their own unique perspective, and you need these unique perspectives, and you need to criticize what the older generation did to make change. Because especially like if you're on TikTok now, like I'm a big TikTok person, even though I'm on YouTube sometimes, but I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube all the time, and I'm always scrolling through shorts, and sometimes I'll go through like not political content, but just like content, and people who's like around my age or a little older, they're like, I don't like what the government's doing, or I don't like what's happening today. It's not good what's happening today. And when I look at that, I'm like, so why don't you go make a change? Why don't you run for office sometimes? Why don't you do this? Because like the people who are in office now, they're not really the majority, if you think about it. Because if we're thinking about, I don't know. I have to look at the U.S. Census. But based on my knowledge, older generation isn't the majority. It's the younger generation. Like people my age, like Gen Z, we're now becoming the majority, which is scary. It's crazy, but scary. But like we're becoming the majority. So we're not going to agree with what people who is like our parents' age or older, the laws that they're passing, because they're from a different era. And sometimes it's really hard to change the mindset of people from a different era. So the only way to make change in society, in my opinion, is to one, run for office and make that change. Like younger people need to be in like positions of power to make changes. And two, no matter what your age is, criticize what older generations did that you don't like. Because if older generations, if they created a perfect society, why are we complaining now? Why are you complaining what's happening in the world? Like, why are you complaining about something you don't like or you do like if your generation who's older than me made a great change in society? So, I'm not speaking to anyone in general. I'm not speaking to you guys, but like, I'm speaking to the people who write comments saying, oh, you're so young and it shows, and they write it in a negative way. Okay? So, it's the younger generation that's going to make the change, guys. So, maybe one day, Unique Lamia will run for office. I don't know. Maybe one day. I mean, if you're from the US of A, like I like to say sometimes, I say it as a joke, but maybe one day it'll become a reality. I'm counting on you, the people who are my supporters, who are US citizens, and who are able to vote. I got your vote, right? Right? Like, I have your vote already. Hopefully. So, maybe you'll see me run for mayor one day, governor. I could run for president. I don't know if I'll win, but I could do it one day. I'm a U.S. citizen. I could do it. I'm getting the degrees for it. So if you're a U.S. citizen, hopefully I have your vote, okay? Like 100%, 100%. Okay. What are you guys saying? Hey, Joes, how are you doing? Yes, as YouTube Short said, please everyone like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I'm a dual degree grad student studying public administration, criminal justice, and I essentially go show you my life, ranging from travel videos, eat with me, technology videos, days in my life as a grad student, and you are welcome for your uniqueness. Sometimes I'll have chats such as this, so yeah, join the community. And now I do have to log off stream, but I'm gonna stay on just to read some of these comments. I'm still on my 2-hour break. I didn't go over or anything, so don't worry about that. But like, I want to have at least 20 minutes to myself before I get back to schoolwork, so I'm going to try and read as fast as I can to get to the bottom of the chat. I'm not going to leave till I get to the bottom of the chat, so let's see what's happening. Hey, row 18. I have to go outside at 5 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I don't want to go outside. I forgot I have to go outside at 5 o'clock now too, so okay. Hey, Fern, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Glad you like the outfit. Honestly, it's a regular basic outfit. My mom sent me these pants from Belks, I think. And this is a shirt I got from Forever 21. I washed it and I accidentally put Clorox in it, so it changed its color. But you know what? Instead of throwing it away, I'm like, you know what? It's a tie-dye effect. It'll be fine. So I'm going to go to the gym later, so I'm just going to wear this to the gym, and I'll put on, like, some sweatpants after. Good evening, Oscar. How are you doing? Oh, I just gave the fit check. I just saw that comment. So you got your fit check. Thank you so much for the love. Sending hearts to all the subscribers. If you are a viewer who has hit that subscribe button, sending you stars. If you want the star to turn into a heart, you gotta hit that subscribe button, because I gotta show the love to the subscribers, because they decided to go that extra mile and stick around. Russell said, Uniquely Mia, I love your red and black braids. Thank you so much. I do like it as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're sweet as well, Amirs. Logan said over 4 billion a year goes to Israel alone. No, if you go to Doge, my professor showed us the Doge website. $51 million was canceled. It was given to Nigeria. The contract was revoked. But why does Nigeria have $51 million of U.S. money? That is crazy. So the thing about it, when you look at stuff that's happening in society, homelessness, extreme poverty, all these stuff, why people who don't have health insurance, like, that doesn't have to be an issue. In America, it doesn't have to be an issue. We have the money to fix all this. However, one thing that I am learning about the U.S. government, public administration is all a business. It really is a business. So we have the money to make, like, America's great, but we have the money to make America, like, really great. And not to say, like, make America great. It's not to say that, but, like, America has the money to really make America the it place where, like, there's no homelessness, there's no extreme poverty. We have the money to do that, but for some reason, the executive, legislative branch of government, who has the power to actually make those changes, they're not doing it. They're not doing it, which doesn't make any sense. Instead, you're sending that money abroad. So America has a lot of money that they can really utilize to really make the country great, but they're not using it. They're sending it away. So yeah. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? Wish happy birthday to Jonathan's homie, Steven. Hopefully you have a great day on your birthday. Hey Amid. Let's see. I was doing good, Fern. Thank you for asking. Thank you, Russia. Glad you like my eyes. King said, I'm start streaming because I be riding on my four-wheeler and riding horses with my team. That's really cool. And bull riding. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, so, like, if you start a YouTube channel and you want to share that, write your YouTube channel name as it appears on YouTube, King Christian, and I'll subscribe to you. That sounds cool. Thank you so much for your kind words, Gio. You think I have fangs? That look like fangs to you? That does not look like, I don't know. My teeth is all random shapes. I don't know. My mom said it's canines. Like, when you eat meat, we all have canines for some reason. Hey, Hope. How are you doing? Hey, Russell. Hey, Alama. Yeah, what's the question, Alama? Faith asked, do you think cryptocurrencies help? I don't know a lot about cryptocurrency. I think one of my subscribers, Alan, hopefully I didn't unsubscribe. I haven't seen them in a while. Alan, if you're still a subscriber, shout out to you. Thank you for your support. But one of my subscribers, Alan, they said they're into crypto. They told me about it a little bit, but I haven't conducted independent research, so I don't know if it's bad for the economy, if it's helping the economy at all. America's economy is fine, honestly. Like my professor said, I didn't really think about it before, but he said the first day of class, but he literally told me, like, because I asked the question, and he's like, America is an island floating on money. That's what he said. It's an island floating on money. So when you look at it that way, obviously the economy is important. The Great Depression can happen again. It happened in America. So we don't want the Great Depression to happen, and that's why you don't want a recession. Like, he said a recession longer than for, like, 8 weeks. That's, like, Great Depression level. So we don't want that. But, like, when you think about the concept, like, we're in modern-day America, modern-day society. America's literally floating on an island of money. It's gonna be it's a rich country. It's a rich country. I don't know if cryptocurrency would hurt the economy, if it would hurt the U.S. economy or not, or help it, but, like, we don't really need it, if that makes sense. And the thing about money, too, you got to be careful, too, because if one day everyone in America wakes up and they're like, you know what, I'm no longer, okay, if one day I wake up in America, right, and I go to the store, and this guy's like, I don't want this $10. Let's say I pick up some food, and I'm like, okay, it totals $10, here's my $10. He's like, I don't want this. I'm not accepting this. Okay, I'll leave the store. You don't accept my $10. Weird. Okay, I pull out my card. I don't accept your card. I don't want that. Weird. And then all of a sudden, we're hearing news stories. Nobody's accepting this $10 anymore. What are we gonna do? This has no value. If one day we all wake up and as a collective in America, we all decide, I don't want this $10. This has no value to me. It's literally just a piece of paper. You no longer have money. And then America's economy is no good. So we need a new trading mechanism. So yeah, very interesting. So that's why you should. So if you look at it from that concept, if one day everyone in America wakes up and is like, hey, I'm accepting cryptocurrency, and you don't have cryptocurrency, That's not good for you. So we accept this $10 bill because as a collective, somebody way back in the day said this money has worth, and we just went on with the same mindset that that $10 has worth, and everyone else around us accepts it. So that's why we accept it. Why do you think famous people are famous and so wealthy? Look at Beyonce. Beyonce, like, I'll work for you, Beyonce. Love your music, but I'm just using it as an example. If you're watching, it's like, hey, love your music. If you want to give me an internship or anything, I'm open to it. But like when we look at Beyonce, why do you think she's so wealthy and so well known? Because a lot of people in America, internationally, they're like, she's a really good artist. I'm gonna pay to see her. I'm gonna pay to listen to her music live. I'm gonna pay to have her come on my show, to be in my movie. Obviously she has talent, but ultimately she has the amount of wealth that she has because a lot of people in the world agrees that she is worth this much, and we decide to support her, if that makes sense. So that's why I think when you watch interviews with some celebrities, when like they engage in controversial behavior and people start revolting against them and no longer buying their stuff, that's why they come out and they're apologizing all this stuff, because they know that like without us supporting you, you're nothing essentially. So yeah. Hey King. Okay, let me go down. What are you guys saying? I'm from the United States. Thank you so much for subscribing, Mr. Yoda. Welcome to the Unique Lamia community. You are welcome for your uniqueness. Thank you to Dinos for subscribing. Well, I'm from the United States, everyone. Hey, Yaya. Hey, from Europe. Tamal said, no one is coming to save you. What? Do your research. What are you talking about? I don't know. From the United States. Thank you for the love. Sending it back to you if you're a supporter / subscriber. You got my vote. Thank you, Philip. Okay, I have your vote as well, Pickle. Hey, Lily. Thank you so much for your support. Oh, you're one of my first subscribers. Shout out to Lily. They're a level 1 OG. They were here since before I hit 1,000. Then if they said they're one of my first subscribers, really appreciate you. Degrees are overrated, Tony. I have to disagree with that. I have to disagree. Like, if you don't have a degree, that is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But an example that I always use when people say degrees are overrated, when you look at those very wealthy people like the Vanderbilts, I mean, you want to look at the president. He's very wealthy. The president. Just other rich people, especially those people who have that old money. All their kids are going to university. All their kids they're not telling their kids degrees are overrated. They're making sure their kids get into Harvard, Yale. For some reason, the president's son went to NYU. I mean, like, okay, NYU. I mean, do you, but like, they're all telling their kids to go to get that degree. So if those rich people are doing it, personally for me, I'm going to do it. So, but degrees aren't overrated in my opinion. And I feel like if society ever has a reset, hopefully it doesn't have a reset. But when I say a reset, hopefully like if society ever comes to a point where saying, you know what, I'm hiring people based on this merit. In the past, they did it based on your degrees. So, yeah. Thank you. Glad you love my glasses. No, I don't play Call of Duty. You look slim. Are you really slim? I have no idea. Like, it would be cool to see what do I look like in the eyes of my other people, like my mom. Like, what do I look like in the eyes of other people? Because, like, you see yourself, but you don't, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. Because, like, the way you see yourself and the way people see you is really different. And that's really weird. And I saw a TikTok video that said that. And I didn't realize that. So, that'll just be really interesting. Like, what? And I feel like definitely know for 100% in the eyes of different people. In the eyes of some people, I probably look really terrible. 100% in the eyes of some people, I look so pretty and so nice. So, like, it's weird. Like, when my mom looks at me, Does she see me as like a little baby? Oh, that'd be so cute. She still sees me as a little baby. I know she doesn't because sometimes she's mean to me. 100%, 100%. But like, do you think that happens? Like when your parents look at you, do they still see you as like a toddler? And then like when like your coworkers look at you, do they like see you like as in a suit? Like it's so weird. Like how do people see you, if that makes sense? I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Amber, no need to spam the comments. I'll get to you. Hey, YouTube. Jesus loves you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you open to work? Yes. Excuse me. Yes, I am YouTube Social. What job are you offering? I am open to work 100%. Tell me a job description, where to apply. Send me the link or something. Philip said you should purchase crypto now. Is great to investment. What? Yeah, it is. But they said the stock market is down. I don't know a lot about stocks, but I'm like, if you want to get rich, if it went down, it has to go back up, right? What if this happened during like the Apple time? Like the stock market probably went down during Apple and nobody bought it. And now look at Apple. So if you guys got the money. I'm not a financial person, but like if I had the money, best believe I'll be investing in some stocks while it's down and wait until see if it goes up. But I don't know. But yeah, crypto is very new, so I have to do more research. YouTube Social said, I'm looking for a perfect person like you to work in digital sales for an IT consult. Okay, cool. I have a YouTube chat. I have my email, YouTube Social, my professional email linked. Don't go spamming the email, guys. But like YouTube Social, if you're serious, I have a professional email linked like in my bio, like on my About Me section of YouTube. So feel free to send the link to like the job to apply for it, and I'll see if it's something I'm interested in and apply for it if I qualify. So yeah, YouTube Social. Roy said, young lady, you talk so. I've seen that comments a lot, guys. I say it every stream. I don't talk a lot. If I talk a lot, you talk a lot. The only difference between me and you, we're only hearing myself speak because I'm the only one speaking. You guys are talking via typing. So we're both talking a lot. No said government digital currency is a threat. Hey, Philip. You're Zelensky? What's that? Wait, isn't that the president or something? Ukraine, I think? I don't know. Okay, I was right. It's Ukraine. Okay, hey, Bigga. Yeah, no, it is backed by gold. My friend said that's real. He said, do you know that for all federal employees, there's like their paper, they actually had to complete actual physical paperwork, and they said it's like in a basement somewhere. And they said Fort Knox has a whole bunch of gold. My professor said that in a previous class. He said Fort Knox, it literally has all the gold in case, because in case money, the value of money is no longer accepted, US has like a room or maybe multiple rooms filled of gold bars in Fort Knox. So don't try to break into Fort Knox, guys. It's probably very, very protected. Welcome, God First. You said such a thing could not happen overnight. You could be surprised. It could happen overnight, 100%. Revolutions didn't happen overnight. Obviously, revolutions were planned, but like uprisings for revolutions, they did happen overnight. So if one day as a collective, if 1 year, people are like, you know what, we're all going to come together, and if you could commit to it and you're like, I'm no longer accepting this money as a currency, if that were to ever, do I think it's going to ever happen? No. Possibly not in U.S. history, but like if people wanted that to happen, to say I'm no longer accepting this money because I really want to make a statement in society, they could plan it, and when it happens, it will feel like it happened overnight. So never discredit anything from happening, because who would imagine that the horrendous acts of the transatlantic slave trade would have happened? Who would have imagined that could have happened? I would imagine no one thought it would happen in that era. And it happened. So not accepting $10 a piece of paper is minimal compared to the transatlantic slave trade. So it could happen, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing, 2488. Welcome to the Unique Lamia channel. You are welcome for your uniqueness. All opinion, people, and ideas, as long as you're communicating in a kind and respectful way. Okay, so my timer just rang. So that means I'm probably going to have to skip over some comments, even though I don't want to, because I really don't want to go over 2 hours too much, just because I do have to go outside again at 5 p.m. and I want to make sure I get work done before that happens. So let me see if I can read this really fast. Okay, I already answered those questions. I'm not going to say it again. Thank you so much for subscribing, Miss November, to the YouTube channel. Hey, welcome, Thorness. You want to invest in me, Bigger? How would you invest in me? If you guys want to purchase super chats, feel free to purchase a super chat on the channel. All proceeds for super chat goes directly to me. I love making content for you guys, love having the discussion with you guys. But ultimately I did create this YouTube channel, and I am creating content on YouTube channel because I am a graduate student, and education isn't cheap, and I do plan to further my studies after I get my master's degrees. So if I can make some income off of social media to pay for that, that would be great. So if you guys want to purchase super chat, feel free to do that. If you guys don't want to purchase super chat, or you're not in a position to do that right now, totally understand. All I ask is that you subscribe to the channel and go and watch some of my full-length traditional YouTube videos from the start to the end, go through the ads, and trust me, there's going to be something there that you enjoy. I have travel videos, education videos, technology videos, and so much more. You can also watch my previous YouTube lives as well. Hey Marcus, how are you doing today? Oh, when I was like doing that, I don't know what I was doing. I was just like moving my arms. Sometimes I feel like my arms are really long, so like if you're in a room where everybody's looking at you, like what do you do with your arms? Sometimes I'm like this with my arms, sometimes like this with my arms. And I would greatly appreciate it as well, guys, if you can share my videos. So like if you have friends, a group chat with your friends, a group chat with your family members, I would really appreciate if you can share my videos with them, because we don't want to gatekeep the content here, because trust me, I do believe that anyone could benefit from watching my channel. So please do consider sharing it out to your friends, your family members, things like that. I'm feeling good today, Marcus. How are you doing? Hey, YouTube Social. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hey, and Amni, how are you doing? Hey, your rat is barking. How's your rat barking? Do you have any advice to get him to stop? I keep telling him to stop and he won't listen. I don't know. Put it in its cage or put it outside or something. I don't know. Train it. But how does a rat bark? What is a revolution? You don't know what a revolution is, Caleb? I'm going to assume that you are still going through school. So like make sure you go to school, actually teach you what a revolution is. But uniquely me, a summarization of a revolution. I'm not bad at summarizing, but I'm not good at giving definitions. I'm more so better at giving examples. So I'll give you an example of revolution. Let's say, we're not gonna use America. Let's say, okay, we'll use America, not modern day, back in the day. No revolution happened in modern day. But let's say, okay, 13 colonies of the United States. This is an example of revolution. Okay, originally when America existed, blah, 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 when people from England came to America, because remember, Native Americans are the native people of America. So white Americans that you see, they came from Europe. Their ancestors are European. So when Europeans came to America, formed the 13 colonies, right? They were still under British control. When people were getting taxes, when these originally 13 colonies people, they were sending all the money or most of the money back to England because they were still under the Queen or King of England. I'm not sure who was in power in England during that time. But America, the 13 colonies, was originally it belonged to England. Why do you think the flags are similar? The laws are similar. The relationship is similar. Copied England. So, yeah. So what happened was the 13 colonies people, they saw this vast amount of land. They were like, I'm doing all this work. I'm here. Why am I sending this money back to a queen or a king who's all the way over the sea? I don't have to listen to you. You're all the way over the sea. So the 13 colonies, the people, they created the Declaration of Independence. Act of treason wasn't ratified, wasn't signed. People in England found out about it. They're like, okay, you want to like break away from me. You want to steal my money. You don't want to listen to me anymore when I put you over here in the first place. We're going to go to war. We're going to go to war and fight. So the people in America, 13 colonies, they went to all the peasants, all the farmers. They were like, they gave a great speech probably. Do you guys really want to send your wages back to England, to a queen or a king who doesn't care about us anymore? We're here in America. We're working the land. We're doing all the work. We don't have to listen to them. Let's create our own country where we're the rulers. Everyone was like, yeah. It sounds great. It sounds great. Okay, so I guess they got their sticks. They got their pitchforks. They got some swords. Some gunpowder existed back then, right? They got some gunpowder. And then people in England, they came over in boats. They hit New York first, I think. Then they hit some places in the South first. We won the war. Well, we didn't win the war. What did we win the war? I don't remember. We either won the war or like the people in Britain, because remember the British soldiers, they came over on ships, so they couldn't send their full army. So the British soldiers, it's either America won by killing a lot of people first, and then after that happened, the British soldier was like, I'm not dying for this. I'm going back to my country. I'm a family man. I don't care about this. So they were like, retreat, retreat, retreat. British soldiers retreated. America took that as a win. U.S. Constitution was made. However, when the U.S. Constitution was made, African Americans, slavery still existed. It wasn't made with African Americans in mind. A few years later, the Bill of Rights was created, went through the Civil Rights Act, blah, 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 and then we come to modern day America. So that's an example of a revolution for you guys. So hopefully, Caleb, you get the gist of what a revolution is. It's essentially an uprising, okay? People don't like who's in power. People don't like what's happening. They want to make their own laws, revamp the government. They're going to take the person who's in power. They're most likely going to force them out of power. So that's a revolution for you guys. Modern day, we have become more sophisticated, more so known as an impeachment is how that would happen if like you want to take somebody out of power. So yeah, we were not like going to war. Not going to do civil rights. We're not going to cause civil unrest in the country itself to go to war, have a civil rights again. That's not good. We don't want the states to be divided. I mean, let me go home first before that happened, guys. Hey, welcome, Dolph. Hey, KN. Hey, Aaron. You're beautiful as well. It's the glory of God to conceal a matter, the honor of kings and queens to seek out the answer. That essentially means I'm not telling you my age. If you want to know my age, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Go watch my Washington, D.C. playlist adventure videos, and my age is disclosed in those videos. Welcome, vlog. Caleb said, I think that there are some things you need in the house to be done in order for the kitchen and bathroom. Okay, I don't know what you're referring to, but thank you so much for telling me that, Caleb. I do agree with that statement. Hey, Fernan. Okay, you're learning algebra. Enjoy it. Oh, wait, no, you're learning. Oh, you're from Allegra. Where's Allegra? Is that in Europe? Thanks, Russell. Glad you like my glasses. I'm from the United States, guys. Glad you love my videos. It's Christina. Don't call yourself an idiot, Mark. You're not a Mark. Mark said, I think you top smart for us idiots. You're not an idiot, Mark. Don't call yourself an idiot. You know what I'm doing? I'm just sharing my knowledge and my opinions. Everything that I have said, I mean, I feel like the revolution part, that was true. That was like the gist of it. The history and the way it happened most likely wasn't true. The, Tuskegee syphilis study, that was a true story. But like, outside of those two topics, I was just telling you my opinions on stuff, honestly. Based on, like, what I've learned in class, connecting it back. So I'm taking the content I learned in class, looking at modern-day America, historical America, history of it, and trying to make it more understandable for my brain. So 9 times out of 10, it's just my opinions. So I could be wrong, I could be right. But thank you for your kind words, but you're not an idiot. Hey, Darren. Thank you. Glad you like my shirts from Forever 21. It actually goes further back than England. No, yeah, the history does go further back in England. However, when I say England and stuff like that in America, the thing about American history, guys, we have to remember the reason why we often know about American history, one, because I'm an American. All my education has been in America, with the exclusion of maybe like 2 years of my life when I attended school in Grenada. But like all my history, all my education that I've learned, and my experience, exposure to history, if my mom didn't teach me, was American history. So I would say I consider myself to be knowledgeable about American history. I know everything. No, I do not. Because when they teach us American history in schools, they teach us the sugar-coated facts about it, okay? They don't teach us the raw history and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then oftentimes when like I speak about America and England to provide you with examples, those are modern day examples. So those are examples, those are times and periods in history where we have facts and examples on what happened. So it's like sometimes when you're looking at slavery, I know I always speak about slavery sometimes, but like I feel like a lot of people know what slavery is, know what it was, and it's when I provide examples related to slavery, it's very easy for you guys to comprehend. So something you guys may say when I say that the transatlantic slave trade was like horrendous and horrible, you may come back and tell me, well, slavery always existed. Why are you complaining about the transatlantic slave trade? Slavery has always existed. Yes, that is true. The history of slavery goes farther back than the transatlantic slave trade that existed in America. However, what America did with slavery and what America and other Western countries did with other parts of history outside of slavery was horrendous. They made it into something terrible and disgusting. Because as I always say, when slavery existed in ancient cultures, ancient Egypt, ancient Sudanian cultures, Genghis Khan era, things like that, it was more fair. It made more sense. I can accept that version of slavery. Why? Because that version of slavery was saying, okay, this empire, if ancient Egypt is going to conquer an African empire, that conquering nation is the loser. The people in that conquering nation, they may become slaves for 5 years, 20 years, 10 years. However, after that period of enslavement, they're able to work their way up into society and perhaps become the king, perhaps become the leader, perhaps become a general. However, what America did with slavery was disgusting. They broke up families. They beat people. They raped people. They did terrible, terrible, terrible things to people. So they took away people's choice. So that's the idea of it. So that's what we have to remember. So when I use examples of America outside of slavery, when I use examples of America, we just have to remember that, like, oftentimes it's modern history, and 9 times out of 10, they made it into something horrible, which was unacceptable. Okay. Let's talk about Jesus instead. Thank you. Okay. What do you guys say? Okay, we got to the bottom finally. That was a lot of comments I was seeing. All right. Okay. Without Abraham Lincoln, America is nothing. That is not true. I mean, that is not. I'm not even gonna get into that discussion. I will say really quickly what Abraham Lincoln did for African Americans was good. He did sign that document saying if you guys fight in the war, you will get citizenship. However, we do have to remember he didn't want to do it. He really didn't want to do it. He was backed into a corner and he had no choice but to sign that document. He had no choice because like they were running out of soldiers. So yeah, he didn't want to do it, but he wanted to get reelected, even though it didn't last long. He wanted to get reelected, things like that. So he had no choice. He needed more bodies to fight his war, essentially. So yeah. But yeah, I like pink. Pink is my favorite color. Can you say my name? Welcome, Brat Simpson. America didn't destroy world peace. That's not my opinion of it. They didn't destroy world peace. And I'll give you one more example of something that I've learned in class. Obviously I have to do more research into it, but I feel like tariffs is a big discussion in modern day America, modern day society. Tariffs. The thing about tariffs, guys, the reason why tariffs are important in a way based on what I've learned and what I've read in textbooks and like what my professor has taught me so far. Okay, let's say we're in America, right? We're in America. A good is made in Mexico, right? I live in America. A good is made in Mexico, comes into Mexico. When it's coming into America, the way it has been historically in the past, when that good is coming into America, there's no tax on that import at the border. We're not taxing that good at the border, if that makes sense. We're not taxing Mexico. So Mexico is allowed to let their product, so let's say Mexico made this, right? Mexico is allowed to import this product in the United States for free. They're not taxed on that. However, as the US, let's say this is made in the US and we're importing this into Mexico. When we're sending this to Mexico, Mexico is taxed in the United States to let this product into their country. Does that seem fair to you? So this is made in Mexico, right? When Mexico is sending it to the United States, we're letting it pass free without any taxes. However, if this is made in the United States and we're sending this to Mexico for it to be sold, we're sending this to Mexico, but Mexico is taxing us before we let this into their country. And the way America did that in the past, my professor said, was because, like, I think it was after World War II or something. But he said, like, after World War II, America's economy was the top economy. He's like, we made up the world's, like, 40%. Like, 40% of our GDP was, like, half of the world's GDP, my professor said, like, after World War II. So what America wanted to do, they wanted to build the economic system of other countries up because those other countries didn't really have money. So the way to build those economic systems of other countries up, the American government after World War II, they let foreign nations sell their products into our country and we weren't taxing them for letting those products into our country. But we're living in a different era now. Some of those, like, countries, their money is worth more than America's now. So we're losing money in a way. So obviously the negative to that is while tariffs are being implemented now, us as the American people, we're going to feel it more because it's now being implemented and we're going to be paying the cost for a while. But my professor said in the long run, if tariffs remain, like if the way it's changing to be, if that changes in the long run, we won't really feel it anymore. He said ultimately it could benefit us. But the reason why we're feeling the tariffs now and goods are costing more now is because historically we haven't been used to that, if that makes sense. So just depends. So that was my last example of what I learned in class that I'll teach you. Come back next week. Yeah, Tuesdays is generally my budgeting class. So if I go live on Wednesday, we generally have a lot to talk about related to budgeting that I've learned about. So come back next Wednesday if I go live, and you can learn more about what Uniquely Me learned in her budgeting class. Okay, what are you saying? Did you do your degree in politics? No. So I'm studying, it does sound like I'm speaking political. I'm studying public administration. I'm a grad student. So most of my, I guess, political topics, if you want to characterize it as that, is coming from public administration. So public administration, but I'm a grad student in public administration, criminal justice. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and professional writing. So Out of This World said, I love Indian democracy, but I don't like Indian politics. I can understand that. I can understand that scenario. Sylvie said, don't tell your address. Don't do that, guys. Oh, thank you so much for your kind words, Patrick. You're intelligent as well. Hey, hi. What are you guys talking about? Jeff said what Trump is doing right now is going to secure our greater... Oh, no. May not do that. May not. I don't know. We just have to watch the economic system. And the thing about tariffs, too, what's happening is the way we're raising it, the country of America, they're raising the tariffs. So even though when you think about it from that scenario that I provided for you guys and the scenario my professor sounds, it makes sense. There should be nothing wrong with it. However, too, oftentimes, like, the price of eggs is crazy. The reason why it may seem like that, too, is because these other countries, they're looking at the country of America raising tariffs or putting on tariffs for stuff that tariffs didn't exist prior on. And they're saying they feel, in a way, like, I guess they're not jealous, but they're upset. They're like, okay, so you want to put this tariff on us now? We're going to double these tariffs. So it's kind of like retribution in a way. So that's why it's bad for us too, as the American people, because, like, the country is just probably putting tariffs on stuff that didn't have tariffs on before. So there's nothing wrong with that. What happens is what the problem is coming in, and we're feeling it more too, is because if tariffs originally existed on this egg, if 5% tariffs existed, that country's probably raising it to 10% tariffs. So that's why it's costing more for us to get these products now. But yeah, I would have to do more research on that. If you guys want me to make a separate video on that, I have to do more research and I could give you facts straight. Though those were all just examples relating to like a concept that I have learned in class. I'm gonna write that down in my study guide. That was good though. I'm gonna write that down. So yeah. I'm not, I don't speak about politics on my channel related to who I voted for, who I didn't vote for, because I'm not a political figurehead. So I'm not answering that question. But I will speak about, if I'm comfortable, I will speak about concepts that I learned in class. Because all I have been doing, guys, I have just been speaking about concepts that I have learned in class and applying it with examples so you guys can understand it a little more and just, I guess, share your ideas or your opinions. But it's just my personal preference not to like, because I'm one of the core foundation about my channel saying all people are welcome, regardless of what you believe in, what you look like, as long as we're communicating to each other in a kind and respectful way. So just to make sure that nobody feels weird or like feel like unwelcome. And since I'm not running for office now or like in a political space currently, I'm not sharing my political affiliation, whatever. However, it's not that hard to guess. I mean, yeah, if you listen to one of my previous YouTube live videos, my mom and I, we were in Washington, D.C. last year, and we had a discussion about like Roe v. Wade, things like that. So if you want to go back to that video and watch it, it's not that hard, honestly, to figure it out. But all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome on the channel for your uniqueness and who you believe in, as long as we're going to communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. My favorite color is pink. Thank you. Glad you love my accent. Hey, Mike. How are you doing, Mikey? Don't share your address, guys. I feel like those are fake addresses now. Mia, I was wondering that you do oh, you thought I did political science. I will say public administration is surprising. It's boring. I don't like public administration. Even though I'm talking about it a lot and may seem like I like it, it's not my favorite at all. So it's really numbery. It's very rigid. When I say rigid, like I'm saying, I'm just learning about these laws and these policies, and then you can't really do much with it. But yeah, it is, since I am doing like that type of work, it is easy to speak about it more so. Faith said, I love psychology. Do you think we can only tap into our fullest potential only if we integrate with our dark side? What dark side? I don't know. That's a really complex. Faith said, I love psychology. Do you think we can only tap into our fullest potential only if we integrate with our dark side? I didn't study that area of psychology. My psychology is more so research. I took one infant development psychology class and one brain psychology class. But I'm a big believer sometimes people don't really have a dark side or a light side. It's just who you are. It's like people always speak about the devil and God. It's my belief that God created the devil. So, and he did, like Lucifer. That was God's favorite angel, and then he fell from heaven. That could have all, if you believe in God, I mean, that could have just all been occurring how it's supposed to be. What I do believe in, I think that people don't have dark sides, people don't have good sides, people are just who they are. And you may saying, so what about horrendous serial killers like Ted Bundy and all them? They are just horrendous, dark people who want to do bad stuff to people. And some people are just good and they're doing very ethical stuff, and maybe they may do one thing that you don't like or two things that you don't like. That doesn't necessarily mean they have a good or a dark side, in my opinion. People are who they are, and like you can't change people. So that's just my opinion on it. Thank you. Glad you like my hair. Okay, we're gonna go back down to the comments. All right, so you like the beach, love the beach. You're very sensitive and pure of heart. You're very brave. Your eyes saying it. Thanks. Do you think the new age... I don't know about the new age movement. I saw a documentary on Scientology. That was so scary. The documentary on Scientology that I saw. Watch it on YouTube, guys. Yes, I believe in you, Asia. YouTube Social said you're a psychologist. You know how to manipulate people using astrology. Huh? Thank you. Glad you like my glasses. Greetings from Estonia. Okay, I'm gonna read these last 3 comments and I'm gonna log off. Scoot said, now I don't think they necessarily want to do those things. I mean, Bundy, yes, but Dahmer was an emotional mess and mental health. Yeah, no, the thing about it, and like I totally get your opinions, Scoot Smiles. I understand your opinion. So thank you first off. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. Totally understand it. That's a great perspective on it. That's a great perspective. So Scoot said, no, now I don't think they necessarily wanted to do those things. I mean, Bundy, yes, but Dahmer was an emotional mess and mental health at that point couldn't be great. So 1, I do agree that mental health during the era of Jeffrey Dahmer probably wasn't that great. I mean, in modern society, mental health is still stigmatized in a way. We're now getting to a point where we're saying, it's like going to a regular doctor appointment. Don't feel bad if you need to get mental health treatment. However, I've never had a mental health condition. Or I don't have a mental health condition, so I don't know what the experience is or what the experience to have a mental health is like. So this is just my opinion. So I think I do understand your perspective, Scoop, but I still think it relates back to that idea. People are just good. Not people are good or bad. I think it relates to the idea that people are just the way they are. Remember, guys, we all have a choice. We all have a choice to do stuff. I see people in my family a lot. They're always making excuses for people who do stuff to disappoint them or who do stuff that they don't like. There's always an excuse as to why you shouldn't be concerned, or there's an excuse as to saying why they act the way they act. They experienced this trauma in their life, or they experienced this. Yes, that may be true. Yes, that plays a fact into it. However, if you're like 6 decades old, 5 decades old, 4 decades old, and that happened when you were young, it comes to a certain point where you have a choice in the matter to change or to get treatment for this. So I still think that even though Jeffrey Dahmer may have had a mental health condition, that he had a choice. He had a choice. I'm not sure. I couldn't watch a documentary on Netflix because it was so disturbing. But he unalived 8 people, more than maybe like 5 people probably. At a certain point, you think he actually thought what he was doing was good. Why did he hide it then? Why did he clean up after himself then if he thought what he was actually doing was just normal? So he cleaned up really well. So, like I said, there's a choice. So that's just how they were. So, like, yeah. I'm just a big person. I'm a criminal justice major, grad student as well. So I'm a big person. Like, I do not support crimes at all. I do not condone crimes. Like, oftentimes when you hear me speaking about, like, if you watch on my criminal justice videos, you'll hear me speaking about rehabilitation of offenders or how the criminal justice system should do better at this. That's not me sympathizing with offenders or condoning their behavior. Because I think if you commit a heinous crime, you deserve to be in prison. You deserve to be incarcerated. But like when I advocate for like more mental health treatment or more rehabilitative treatment for this individual or this offender in the criminal justice system, it's more so to say the United States has a mission statement saying the 3 goals of imprisonment, incarceration, when you put somebody in prison, is to rehabilitate that individual, reintegrate them into society, and provide just deterrence. So in my opinion, if the American justice system wants to have those 3 main goals on how they're going to help offenders, no matter what crime they commit, then the American justice system or criminal justice system should then have the adequate services available to help those individuals achieve those goals. And when I advocate for like more rehabilitative services or mental health treatment in my videos for you guys, it's because the American justice system isn't doing that right now. So how is it like you're not providing the adequate funding, however you want to have this mission statement? So yeah, but yeah, I just believe like people are the way they are, and if that's good, if that's bad, so be it. But like if you commit a crime, you deserve to get in trouble. I mean, obviously, if you want to get in trouble, like drug crimes, that's a different thing. Do I think people who commit drug crimes, drug offenses should be incarcerated for 25 years to life? No. That's crazy. But like, yeah, if you commit a crime, in my opinion, I think there was always I don't want to say there was always another option, because if I'm outside with my mom and somebody jump my mom, I'm gonna jump in and beat up that person too. And in that moment, that's a crime. I'm gonna try to beat up that person. I can't fight. But if like somebody jump my mom, best believe I'm about to jump in there too. So in that situation, that would be me committing a crime of assaulting an individual who was assaulting my mom. So I'm not gonna say that I don't believe, that I think everyone who commits a crime should thus be incarcerated. But I think depending on the circumstances, you should look at a case and see what caused this person to engage in this activity and then give the punishment accordingly. So yeah. What are you saying? Yes, I do remember you from the United States. Welcome, welcome, Summer. I haven't Hangman by Rihanna. I have to listen to that song. Thank you so much for your kind words. Do you know anyone that does? Does what, Raymond? We'll have to agree to disagree, Mikey. We'll agree to disagree, school. I gave my opinions on that topic. Let me move on. Please remind Timon I gotta go. So I'm from the United States. Jeffrey Dahmer was a famous for awful reasons, which is pretty rare, I would say. You're too smart for me. There's no such thing, 1, 2, 3. You are welcome on the YouTube, on the Uniquely Mia community. And you can learn and see what's in Uniquely Mia brain a little bit. Scoot, I'm going to direct you to go and watch some of my education videos. So Scoot Smiles, it seems like you have a lot of like interesting stuff to say. Specifically related to the criminal justice system. So Scoot, what I want you to do is, if you want to continue this discussion, and just like see a little more like what I've learned in my criminal justice studies, go to my YouTube homepage, Scoot, click the education playlist and watch my education videos related to criminal justice. And then if like you have a different opinion than mine, or if you agree with my opinion, Scoot Smiles, write a comment and then I'll respond to you. Because yeah, I'm seeing your comments. I'm not ignoring you, but I do want to end the stream soon. So I can't really take time and respond to it verbally. And I'm big on like not responding to stuff if I have another video to redirect you guys to. So I have another video to redirect you guys to. And remember to find that video, go to my YouTube homepage, click playlists, and watch my education playlist videos. Okay. All right. Shout out to Black Hat. Happy birthday. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, to the live stream. It was a pleasure speaking to you guys. No, we had a little different discussion. We ate some food together. We didn't have like a political discussion. You just learned about like some budgeting that Uniquely Mia learned in her class. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you guys enjoy these type of streams where like I speak about my classwork, public administration, schoolwork, let me know. I could do more of it for you guys. I'm open to doing that if that's something that you want. And trying to connect it to the real world, what's happening right now in America. I could do that if you guys want. So have a great rest of your day. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, sending hearts to all my supporters as subscribers, sending stars to all the people who are watching but hasn't hit that subscribe button. If you want this star to turn into a heart, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon. You're ignoring my Palestine question. No, I am not. What was your question? Thank you, Avalon, for tuning in. You said, you had your lunch now. I have my lunch. Okay, nice. Have a good day as well. Yes, YouTube Studios. You're awesome as well. Love the pink. Thank you so much for the pink heart. Love them. Thank you. Glad you like my hair. Hey, Ashley. Have a great day. Rushu, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Darren, for tuning in. Shout out to everyone who was on the stream. Do you support Palestine? I mean, I would have to do more research. Support it in the context of what? The dragon. The country within itself. The culture of Palestine, support it in the context of what. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into the stream. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Go watch some of my full